relationship to the cultural politics of race. So one of the central results of this study is to recognize the relationship of these newer waves of immigrants, working class, professional, transnational, each their own particular ways, has had to racial politics in America. We would suggest that it was, and still is, somewhat expedient for each arriving group to privilege their Italian identity, quotes, i.e. maintaining their positions as real Italians, as a way to negotiate or otherwise position themselves within the racial paradigm that they encountered in the United States. This was especially poignant for professional migrants whose arrival occurs during the time of complex and heightened racial conflict in the very communities they were often associated with in America, where being seen as more Italian than American may have been a kind of distancing themselves from the messiness of race. On the other hand, working class post-war immigrants more likely negotiated their position in America against other recent immigrants by emphasizing their cultural identity as Italian Americans in relationship to other ethnic and racial identities. Immigrants arriving in the US in the post-war decades were met with an Italian American identity that was very much in flux and in great part around issues of race and changing understandings of ethnicity in America. By the end of World War II, Italians bought into the designation of whiteness and was for the most part no longer contested by others. Many working class Italian immigrants settled in urban, pre-established Italian American neighborhoods, areas which were simultaneously experiencing migration and resettlement by other groups. These Italian immigrants quickly found themselves caught up in the turbulent and often violent racial politics of the time, impacted by and participating in, as period-specific journalism defined, and scholarly work as well, defending neighborhoods against the perceived threat of people of color, and in other cases participating in white flight.